Hello and welcome back to my channel. Um, y'all, I literally just came back from the hair salon, whatever. So, we all blink. But comment, and subscribe, and enjoy this video. It may be late, but we will tune it up a little bit. I know it's a little dark, but we'll tune it up or whatever. But let's get into it. So this hairstyle is the bomb diggity. Let's just get into it, bitch. She gave me back curls. I know y'all cannot see it, but y'all will see it in the birthday vlog or whatever. But birthday vlog or just a birthday video overall, I don't know yet. But anyways, y'all, let's get into it. So the confused little boy, don't mind my nails. I didn't get to get the press-ons today because you know I went there mad early and she's just finishing now. So if I actually went at the scheduled time that I was supposed to go, I would have came back at around 10 or something. But I'm close and personal with me, y'all. I'm close and personal. So let's get into it. So don't mind that. Don't mind that. Just focus on him. Focus on him. All right, y'all. So let's get into it. So I don't know if y'all watched the first video, but if you didn't, go watch that video first, and then we can talk about it. So let's get into it. So I had a whole argument with little boy. That's what I'm gonna call him, little boy, because I already told you his name in his last video. I linked his Instagram and all that in that last video, so I'm gonna call him little boy. Little boy decided little boy decided to ambush me. Not little ambush me, but little boy decided to pull up at the beach or whatever, right? So he pulls up at the beach, and mind you, he's blocked. So he's blocked on Wool's World. And if you don't know what Wool's World is, I'll just say it again for content purposes. Wool's World is a game for preteens and teenagers, but there's no specific boundaries for adults to play. So I know a lot of adults play that game, so fuck it, I may as well just join that game too. Because when View's dead, what else is a bitch supposed to play besides taking care of my Pixel Sims? Okay, but so he ambushed me in the park, and I was chilling with this girl. I'm gonna call her Star. No, we're gonna call her Swift actually, because and if you know what celebrity's last name is Swift, then you'll know her first name, pretty much. So Swift and I were chilling in the beach, and the little boy messaged Swift talking about unblock him, and Swift was literally the messenger because I wasn't about to message him. I told Swift I'm not talking to him, I don't care. She was like, little boy said to unblock him, and I'm like, for what? And then he just said unblock him, and I was just like, for what? And she was like, little boy said that you and him gotta talk. And I was like, whatever little boy gotta say, I don't want to hear it, I don't care to know it, I don't care overall, whatever, right? So basically little boy kept trying to tell Swift okay, we need to talk, we gotta talk. So I'm like, you know what, let me hear what little boy has to say, Swift, but just know, girl, you gonna be the messenger, so be prepared for that. So literally Swift was the messenger. He was saying one thing, I was saying another thing, back and forth messages were exchanged, and I was like, okay, let me unblock him because this is obviously annoying, and I don't need Swift to be in the middle of it, because even though he a whole ass ham in these Woolsville streets and everybody knows his business, everybody knows who he pixel smashed, and who he dealt with and who he's still dealing with and who he's not dealing with. Everyone knows his business because he ain't got that just be all out there. So whatever. So I unblocked him, and I do regret it now, but I unblocked him just to see what it was and what it was gonna be about. Obviously, it was on some bullshit. I couldn't block, but whatever. So it's cool letting guys. I really didn't feel like putting up my ring light or whatever, but um, yeah, just listen to a close up or whatever. I don't really care. So um, I unblock him. He's like, "Can we talk in private?" I'm just like, um, when me and Swift are done talking or something along those lines, I'll text back. So Swift ends up leaving to go to the club on the game, and I end up texting back Swift. Not Swift, little boy. I'm just gonna make it really short and sweet. Not even sweet, just get to the whole point. I told me and little boy linked up in my shop. Me and little boy stood and had a whole conversation about him not respecting my personal space and him doing too much when he was given the strict platonic title of being my guy best friend. I didn't say friends and benefits. I didn't say fuck buddies. I didn't say any of that. I strictly said friends and platonic friends, and you took it as because you want me so bad, you go keep doing the most. Like, what? So he's just like, I missed you. I just give the whole. He just said I missed you and how why'd I block him? And I'm like, I tell him, and he's like, oh, and then he just says what he has to say. And he says it's my fault why the friendship's dry. And then I tell him you switched up on me 5 days before Halloween, dumbass. So, and you unfriended me. So, if you switched up on me 5 days before Halloween and you unfriended me, I got the message loud and clear. Like, I'm not about to reach out to you. I'm not about to do all that. Like, I'm just let you be what you want to be. He's like, oh, I just need a break, from us, because I feel like because we were always around each other, it was gonna get boring. I was like, what? Like, what is you talking about? Like, for real, what is you talking about? So, literally, literally after that, I'm just like, whatever. I'm like, you just about to communicate that we would have been good, but you decided to switch up 5 days before Halloween after I told you I didn't want to be with you and I'd have a nigga and I don't want to have a babe with you. You switched up. But it's cool. Keep it in mind. I get it in the back of my mind because I'm just like, I'm not about to play with him. I'm not about to. I say, you know what? By God, be God balance. I don't want to beef with you. I'm not trying to beef with no one's daughter. I'm not trying to beef with no one's son who was like 15, 12, and 13. And I'm not trying to beef with no one's son who's 12 and whatever under. Even though he claims he's 18. But at the end of the day, I'm not trying to like do all that. So I don't really want to say that we continue the friendship. What's the word where, okay, I'm gonna use observant. I let him back in, but not fully the way in, because I wanted to be observant and see how things were gonna be after the bullshit he pulled. You feel me? So I let him in, not all the way in. I just like, you know, wanted to see, like how he's gonna act, how he's gonna be. Like, I told him my boundaries. So now I'm trying to figure out, like, bro, like, is the energy gonna be there? Like how it was when we first met, cool kiki, or like he gonna just act boring and different and a whole different person. You feel me? So, after that, we hung out, but not as much. Like, I would text him, he would text me. It was kind of felt like a forced thing, but it wasn't a forced thing, if that makes sense. So, um, he wants to hang out, we hang out. And mind you, I told this nigga my boundaries. I told this nigga what he was doing, why he did this and why he did that and all of that. He keeps doing it again. So at this point, I'm just like, I feel like I wasted my time being your friend, because if I'm trying to tell you my boundaries and I'm trying to tell you basically, you're doing too much, when I specifically said male best friend, and you still doing what I complained about, something's wrong. Like, something is wrong. So, keep this. Okay, so not months, not weeks, literally two days later, right? So I don't I just have him added as a friend. I don't go where he goes. I don't link up with him. I don't go where he goes. When we stopped talking, I didn't say, oh my god, I lost my best friend. Ooh, ooh, I'm gonna cry like he the only nigga in the whole world I could be friends with. Like, I didn't do all that. Like, I simply carried on with my lovely pixel life and I moved on. So clearly, you know, people will go text you. People obviously want to get to know you. You hang out with them, and that's what happened. I met this other friend, and I'm gonna call this other friend Rasta. Okay, I met Rasta. Me and Rasta got mad cool. We still mad cool to this day. Me and Rasta always hung out. Me and Rasta always linked up. Me and Rasta are still cool this day. Like I said, and we still kiki haha. We make jokes, we prank, we playfully bully each other. Like, it's a lit ass thing. And Rasta there for me, when people want to come at me, and vice versa. So energy's lit. We cool. We turned up. Whatever. We say playful things. We're weird, but like, we weird together, and that's it. We hang out outside of our unit. Like, we go places. We text. Stuff like that. So obviously, I met Rasta when me and him started talking. Me and Rasta got mad cool, like that. Niggas like homie, like how y'all do gang signs, like trying to do like a, me and Rasta was like still homies to this day. Like, I still talk to him, whatever. So peep this. So I haven't heard from little boy for like a minute, right? 2 whole days, right? So I'm thinking he busy with like school or whatever he does, right? So me and Rasta are hanging out in his unit. He has a lot of units, but they're all private. So this particular unit he invited me into was one of the units he made and he unlocked. In the process of me and Rasta being friends at that period of time, he was introducing me to his male friends as well. So on this day, Rasta introduced me to his homeboy. Me and Rasta are chilling. Me and Rasta are having a good time. I'm meeting his friend. Me and his friend are kind of getting to know each other, so it's not awkward. So it's cordial, whatever. So all three of us or whatever can hang out, right? So peep this. So little boy texts me, right? He's like, hey, how are you doing? I'm like, I'm good. I met my friend Rasta. He's like, oh, you replaced me? Or I was like, replaced who? I didn't say anything about replaced. I said, I am with my friend Rasta. He's like, oh, can I come? So I'm like, it's not my unit. It's my people, them unit. I'm gonna ask, right? So I ask Rasta, and Rasta's friend says, little boy, guys, it's your girl Dominique Damahu, and welcome back to my channel. Y'all know the gist already. Like, comment, and subscribe. So, if you guys saw that little section, I'm literally just continuing to record, but in that video, you guys currently saw that one. I just got back from my hair appointment that day, and this is literally like day two. I'm not doing the setup or anything. So I'm just gonna continue on from what I said over time. So let's get into it. But before that, make sure y'all go follow my Instagram at the real Dominique. T as in that bitch. HEREAL Diamond DIAMONI Nique as in that girl Monique per. That's with C murder. Per. But anyway, let's continue. So what happened was that, you know what I'm saying, like I asked my little friend Rasta if like I could come, if I could invite a third party, and it was like dead ass silence, and then his homeboy that he introduced me to started spouting out, wilding out, all that juicy stuff. So he's like, I have beef with that boy. That boy's a whole pussy, and you know how niggas talk when they get angry or whatever. I know how niggas talk when they get angry. He said all that, like literally all that, and then I just DM'd him back, and I was just like, well, unfortunately, you can't come to where I am at. You can't come where I'm at right now. But like me and you could like talk and have a conversation separately at a later time. I don't know how that was bad. For one, you did me wrong in the beginning and you didn't even tell me what it was and had me thinking something else. Mind you, we don't know each other that well, so I am free to think however I want to think. So yeah, and then second, I let you back in my, not fully in my aura yet. You were on the outsides of it, so basically you weren't fully in there. I was just really trying to figure out what it is, what's the vibe, and what vibe are you giving? Are you gonna give the same energy or different? Your excuse to say that, oh, the reason why parted ways from me was because like you felt like being around me would like bore the friendship is lame and very lame. And you're giving the whole like violent story like boo boo, like I didn't ask out for that. You know what you did, you did wrong. Flipping it on me wasn't cute whatsoever. But let's carry on. So after that I DM'd him and I told him that, right? So we literally like we're literally having a conversation, and he was like, "Man, fuck that! I didn't want to come anyways. You wasn't even all that cute anyways." And then he didn't talk to me. You ain't all that. You ain't all cute. And a boy, I'm pretty sure I was all that. I'm pretty sure, not to sound cocky, but I'm pretty sure I was all that. Because the way you were hooked up under me 24/7, talking about babies, talking about starting a family, talking about being your girlfriend. I'm pretty sure I was all that because you were always on my line talking about making me your girl and the term actually is making me one of your hoes out of the millions that you have on Rules World. But let's not really get into that because that's your business. But I don't even know it. I just heard about it and now I'm knowing about it to move myself from it. So let's talk about that. Let's also talk about the fact that you uh I wasn't all that, right, but you was really on my line. You called me cute, which I literally got. I wish I still have the Woosworth stuff too, but I felt like if I don't know how to drop the receipts here or anything, but like I got the receipts and the receipts are dead ass real of him always on my line talking about I like you and babe and me just like casually like saying like like pretending that I actually I was in it, but I was into it. I kept curving him. He got curved a million and freaking times, and he still tried. He was one of the niggas that you curve them, right? And then they come back like a day later thinking that the answer's gonna change overnight. Like, no, if I say no, I'm not interested, and that I have something going on, then take that and either understand that and be my friend, or don't understand that and keep it pushing. But I wasn't all that cute though, but you always trying to link with me. For someone that really wasn't that cute, you was trying to like talk about family and babies and be your boyfriend, whatever, right? For someone that wasn't all that, you sure did lie about who you are and your weight, saying you were 400 and something pounds when you really wasn't. But okay though. For someone that wasn't all that, you sure was cling to. But all right though. Someone that wasn't all that, you were sure steady trying to be in the picture, even though they said that they were interested in you. And also for someone that was all that, you sure did swing something that we know we couldn't see. But all right, for someone that wasn't all that, you sure was following them up and hyping them up. But it's cool though, you know. Suddenly, a female's not all that when you get curved or when you can't actually link them. But when you can, they suddenly the best bitch in the whole motherfucking world. But it's cool though. It's not cool. Like, I'm not even tripping. So after that whole situation, I'm like, you know what? At this point, I really regret not leaving you blocked, because my thing is, I'm always giving people the benefit of the doubt. The rumors, everything could come to my plate. I'm always like, I will dead ass get the receipts, the rumors, all of that, and I will dead ass y'all be like, but I want to give them the benefit of the doubt. Like, I want to give them the benefit to change. I'm not saying they're gonna change for me, but I want to give people the benefit of the doubt to prove themselves and give them a chance to like learn and, you know, benefit themselves, you know, a little bit more, and like prove themselves and stuff like that. But this boy, I really should have kept him blocked. Like, I don't know why I unblocked him. No, I didn't unblock him from Instagram. Like, I unblocked him from the game to give him a chance, which now I regret, because like, it's just me unblocking you at the time, because you just ended up doing the same shit all over again, and I don't know why, but you did. So it's cool though, lesson learned for life. Now, funny thing is, he said, I'm just gonna put a little disclaimer here. For if y'all watched the other video where, well, not even other, but the first video, and then the part where he says that I replaced him, let's keep this in mind. Little like spoiler, he actually replaced. Well, I can't even say replaced. He was actually hanging out with another girl that had the same avatar as me. Not the same face wise, but everything else was like different. The fashion was like off. Everything was off or whatever. But he was hanging out with another girl, you know, and he's hanging out with a whole different one now, and it's the same girl. Like, every single time I see him, she's right beside him, or whatever. I don't know if she's fucking him. I don't know how their little situation are gonna do. I care, but he definitely replaced me, because it's funny how everything falls out and you still go back to the hanging girl. She's actually giving you coochie. She's obviously giving you what you couldn't get out of me, and that's why you just jumped ship. So, Sweetie was a rebound per. But yeah, and also, just to make it clear, little boy, I don't want to make it clear. Anyone that plays Woos World, still plays Woos World, knows what Woos World is, and you grown, play Woos World, enjoy it, it's cool or whatever. But if you ever see a little boy, don't hang with him. If you are a girl and you're new to Woos World and you're looking for a friend and you see him 10 10 meters from you, 10 kilometers from you, don't friend him. If you got a man, if you got a man, even if you're single and ready to mingle, don't hang out with him. If you got a man, don't hang out with him, because I'm pretty sure, whatever. If you were single and you hang out and you're trying to hang out with him based on vibe and you catch a connection, I just want you to know that I don't know if I don't know if I'm the first person, I don't know if I'm the last person, But he did tell me that majority of his friends are people that he fucks and dips. So I'm pretty sure if you attempted to date him and he introduced you to any of his female friends, I guarantee you those are female friends that he's smashing and still smashing on the low. And he ain't gonna show you any type of commitment whatsoever. Cause he ain't real like that. He's built to be a ham. So don't even entertain it. And another thing, another thing. And this is a little message, little old boy. Let me tell you something. Let me make it real clear. In your next life, I peep you, I see you around. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no it's a coincidence that we're around in the same place in the same area. Let me tell you something, little boy. The next time, don't ever play with me like that. Don't ever. You don't even come my circle. You're not ever gonna come around me. Don't even think about DMing me. Don't even think about texting me. Don't even. If you see me, look the other way. If you see me, leave the area with your new girl and whatever. Do that when you see the other cheek, talking about a whole bunch of other things. At the end of the day, I don't like you. I never did like you. I hung out with you to be a friend, and you were just doing more. And I let you know you were doing more, and you just fake. So we have to say so. That's another story time. I love y'all, and by the time you guys are seeing this, it's probably unuploaded. So, bye.